Ahoy, Carl, Kyle, and Troy. Welcome aboard. Oh my goodness, what a crazy few hours it's been since I last saw you guys at, 1 o'clock. Now it's 6, but really it's 5, but I don't care what they say, it's getting just as dark. How much daylight have I gained? Not very much. I am at a Walmart. I think I'm in Gulf Shores. I'll tell you what, GPS screwed me up here 20 minutes ago. I'll have a bill in the mail from a bridge toll. I did what GPS said, and it said, do a U-turn, do a U-turn. I'm like, I can't. I was committed. I had to cross this great big bridge. I think I was on Santa Rosa Island or some dang thing. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, I have seen the most amazing stuff today. If you are catching this on the replay, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Diane Phoenix, welcome aboard. And I'm getting pop-ups. I'm not supposed to, but I am getting them. So after I did the Goodwill, and I did get some sandals, size 10, that outlet, I'd heard of them. You pay by the pound, and I think it's $6 a pound, and they got all these bins, and people are just going through them like crazy. I'm like, this is nuts. I think I'll just get out of here. All of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw some shoes, so I wandered over, and this guy was rummaging through them, and he tossed these off to the side. I can't. They're size 10. I think they'll work. We'll see. Maybe my toes will hang out over the end. Maybe they won't. But, they don't have that thing that goes in. Well, yes, they actually do. But maybe I'll get used to it. I'm not used to having the thing that goes around the toe. But for $1.71, if I don't like them, I can always donate them to Goodwill. I seen the sign for Niceville, Kyle. I thought about going there just for fun because it sounded so nice. But no, I'm in Gulf Shores. Pretty sure that's where I'm at. I'm at a Walmart. I never had time to dig in the back behind me, Diane, to get my studio light. Then the other studio lights, of course, are in the camper, but they require 110. So I don't know where the 110 converter is. I do have one of those. But hopefully I got a good enough light coming out of the sky here from Walmart's many parking lot lights. Now this parking lot is not all that big. But I don't see any signs that says you can't park overnight. We'll see. Here's something odd. James Catnese, I don't know if you're in here or not, but I've driven about 120 miles today all along the coast. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. I never seen a semi truck all day long. How do these places get goods? I didn't even see any pups or, class Bs or, box trucks. Nothing. It was all cars. Speaking of cars, man, I've seen some amazing cars today. Kyle, I got a picture I'll send you later of believe it or not, a Dodge pickup that was kind of cool. I wouldn't do it, but hey, even the police cars down here are like, whoa. Yeah. This reminds me of Malibu Beach. I've never been to Malibu Beach, but the Emerald Coast. I want to ask you, are you sure that these people put their pants on the same way I do? I'm questioning that. I don't think they do. I think they've got to be putting them on different. And they call it the Emerald Coast. Well, I think they need to add to that. How about emerald, rubies, diamonds, and platinum for starters? I bet if I go in this Walmart here, the shelves are probably solid old English walnut with gilt gold leaf trim. Oh my. I mean, and then there's this stark, as I mentioned earlier today, there is a stark difference between the haves and the have-nots. I mean, it's just night and day. I bet those people were just laughing at me all day long seeing my rusted out truck. But, they drive, they got their what do you call it? We call them beaters with heaters. Yeah, well, theirs are Maseratis. Yeah. I mean, I saw Porsches, I saw Rolls Royces, I saw Bentleys, I saw Maybach. And this is in between the raindrops. When it started raining again, they all disappeared. Although I did see one Porsche Carrara get caught in the rain. But it was amazing. I must have went through, drove through for at least 40 miles of nothing but billions and billions and $billion condos and apartments and high-rise, and then there's more construction going on, building more. You tell me, where is all this money coming from? Oh my. Speaking of pants, does anybody remember drive-in movie pants? Maybe that's a Tuesday night discussion. I remember a friend of mine wore a pair of drive-in movie pants to school. He got sent home. Had to change them. Oh no, KT Spirit 1. 2 weeks. Okay, I am in Gulf Shores, Florida right now. I am gradually making my way to Tucson. That's in Arizona. So I have a ways to go. I'm going to be hugging the coast until I get into, I can't remember, is it Port something, Texas, near Houston. Then I'm going to start angling north, west, up the Dallas way. And then I'm going to go visit Phil north of Dallas. That's assuming the truck makes it. The truck is running in basically second gear. I'm going through almost twice as much gas, and I'm going through a quart and a half of oil a day. But I am taking the back roads as best I can to make this journey. And if I can make it to Graham, Texas, hopefully there's going to be a transmission possibly found, and then we can spend 2 or 3 days swapping out the transmission. Or, push comes to shove, start shopping around for another truck. I know Phil's got the equipment around there that we could take the camper off this truck, put it on another truck, and yeah, it would all work out. But I'd have to get to him before January the 7th, I think, is when he's leaving for his journey. I don't know where he's going exactly, but I do know that he is getting ready to go on a pretty long vacation. Georgianne, welcome aboard. Nancy Drew, claustrophobia and homophobia. Which one is about being in the closet? That's a good one, Diane. Or, I mean, Nancy. Holy Christmas. All right. Hopefully Jill will join us. I know she wasn't feeling well. She's down with the flu. So prayers for Jill. Yeah, Jane's Catanese. I saw no semi trucks. Nothing. Not even a Walmart truck. And I probably passed a dozen Walmarts between here and where I was at noon. Where was I at noon? I was at it wasn't Mexico Beach. It was a little bit more to the west of there, and now I'm almost in Pensacola, near I'm at Gulf Shores. Well, once again, where are these people? What do they come in from inland and come in the back way, and they don't go out on Highway 98? Or maybe they have? Maybe if I go out there at midnight, I'll see trucks all over the place. But it was all just cars and pickup trucks today. Well, and me. A couple trucks pulling trailers, but not really much RV traffic either. Wait till Sunday, they'll be out on the road? Okay. Well, I'm not going to wait till Sunday. I'm thinking probably tomorrow. I'm going to stay at this Walmart tonight. I left the Walmart I was at last night in Perry, Florida. I left that Walmart pretty early this morning. I made the decision that I wasn't going to hear from Terry or Robert or anyone. So I decided to head west. It saved me easily 80 miles. So I headed west, and we did the live stream at noon. Troy won $50 and donated it back to my channel. Well, guess what, Troy? I put $60 of fuel in here. So I'm good. I'll probably make it into Alabama tomorrow. But I am going to stay here. I'm thinking I want to go in Alabama, depending on the weather. If it's raining like it has been raining all day long, kind of dreary. Warm enough, but dreary. I mean, let me find out. It was 63 when I pulled in here. It probably is still about 63, but it's wet. Everything's wet. Currently storm all day from Havana, Cuba to above Miami. Okay, yeah. I did hear that the storm was more or less in central Florida, but worse than what I've been experiencing. I haven't been experiencing a storm. I've just been in rain pretty much all day long. And it just makes it kind of, you worry about hydroplaning, you worry about other people hydroplaning. It's just not fun driving in the rain. Yeah, be safe, Carl. No, Gulf Shore. Oh boy. This is Gulf something, Florida. And on the other side of Pensacola, when I get into Alabama, there's Gulf something. I have a friend that lives there. I just got to calculate, do I drive down there because it's off the beaten path? It's kind of a dead end to go to that Gulf, whatever it's called. Gulf Shores, maybe it is. I don't know. I'd have to look on the map, and it's too dark to look on the map right now. No, it's not. Let's just do it. I get these golf names mixed up. Okay, Florida. Gulf Breeze. Gulf Breeze. And I got to cross, it's a 6-mile bridge to get to Pensacola. Now, once I get through Pensacola, I'll be traveling on highway, what's the number? Not 10, because I'm not taking no expressways. I'll be on what appears to be still 98. And when I get into Alabama, Gulf Shores is the tip of Alabama into the Gulf of Mexico. And that's where my friend Carol lives. I don't have her address. I don't have a phone number. But I thought, how far is it off the beaten path? Probably about 15 miles. So should I risk 30-mile round trip to see if I can find her? I think I might. I'll play it by ear, see how it goes. Yeah, I'm very near Destin. And it was Destin forever, but Emerald Coast. Unbelievable. Yeah, I do pretty much, Nancy. Mileage and the good things that happened to me, like you, Troy today. And just a little while ago, I stopped for gas and I decided maybe I'll get a hot hamburger. They were like $2.25 or something like that. It's a Circle K. And I got a cup of coffee. Most of these places, you can't get a cup of coffee. They don't speak English and they don't serve coffee. I don't know what they have against it, but this gentleman said, stand by a minute. I'm like, what? Anyways, I gave him one of my cards and a sticker. He gave me, I got a whole bag full of hot sandwiches. He says, I got to write them off. They've been on there to the point where it's time to write them off. And I said, well, I know how that goes because I've worked for gas stations. He says, well, good. Then this isn't stealing. These would go in the trash anyways. I said, yes, I know, sir. And so I was blessed. I got enough food to last me. I'll probably have this for 3 or 4 days easily. And I still have food in the refrigerator. So I am truly, truly blessed. To me, this is God smiling on me. And I told that gentleman the very same thing. I wish I'd have gotten his name. But he works at a Circle K, just, I don't know, maybe 5 miles to the east of here. God bless him. I hope he gets to watch my channel. And I hope he makes a comment. Because that's special. And I asked him if his company used ShiftSmart down here. Yes, they do. Now, I'm planning on, I'm not going to look up ShiftSmart until I get probably into Mississippi, Louisiana, in there. Maybe I'll slow down for a few days and try to get some ShiftSmart work. You usually don't get them on the weekends anyway. We'll see what happens. It's like the things I plan, they follow me. I'll be ahead of the plan. It doesn't make me any money if I'm ahead of the plan. However, I have still been making progress and I'm not terribly worried yet. I still have my emergency fund. So onlinefreecamping.org. I think I have that downloaded. I think Tina gave me that, and Camp Pevium, and another one. And then I've got Harvest Hosts that George Ann's got me hooked up with. We'll see. If I go to Harvest Hosts, I have to kind of lie. So I'm not totally self-contained. I mean, I have my pee bucket, but I technically do not have a commode or black tanks. Yes, he does, Georgianne. Oh, well, I'm humbled by that remark. I'll probably get slapped around. Jesus, take the wheel. About the drive-in movie pants. Oh, I know. The title to my thing. A wonderful bird is a pelican. His beak can hold more than his belly can. The room in his beak can hold enough food for a week. I wonder how in the hell he can. Navarre, Florida. Magnolia Beach. Hideaway Retreat. A hidden gem. Is it along? I'm in the Panhandle along the Gulf Coast. I'm not very far from exiting Florida. Easily by this time tomorrow, I will no longer be in Florida. I will be in Alabama. So if somebody wins that ticket tonight, good. We'll scratch it off for them. If they don't, I got to scratch it off anyways, because you can't cash in. For instance, you can't go into Alabama and cash in a Florida ticket. You got to cash it in Florida. Watch, it'll be a gigantic one, and I'll have to turn around and go to Tallahassee. I guess you can do them by mail, but would I trust that? No, I'd drive to Tallahassee. Magnolia Beach. Seems like I've heard of Magnolia Beach before. I noticed there's a whole lot of different parks along here, out on islands. On the radio, they were advertising a Christmas pageant on one of the islands, but it got canceled because it was raining too hard. There's a lighthouse you can go in that they restored. They just reopened it recently. I think it was St. George's Island. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff down here. It's amazing. Then I saw Air Force Base and some planes from a distance. The sand on the beach is as white as can be. It's amazing. Panama City. Oh, yeah, I came through there. You are here, Brene. Well, welcome aboard. Now you don't have to watch the replay. Well, so what? You missed 15 minutes of a big deal. You didn't miss anything. Just me yakking away about how my day went in the rain, traveling the Emerald Coast, which, like I said earlier, it's emeralds, diamonds, rubies, platinum. The Walmart here's got walnut shelves with gold trim, gold leaf trim. Lance is in Florida also. I think he's, if I'm not mistaken, he's closer to like Miami or no, Orlando. Yes, he is near Orlando. I told him to look up Nomadic Hippie. So that'd be cool if they got a chance to meet each other. Because Rick, that's Nomadic Hippie. That Orlando is his stomping grounds, so to speak. That's where his headquarters are. That's where his trucking company is based out of, or the trucking company that he works for. I am. I'm. I'm okay. I'm worried about um, Linda though. She was cold, and her computer froze up. Must be damn cold in Cincinnati or wherever she is. Not too far. I stopped at Destin Beach. Yeah, I think I've already passed it. It was raining like hell, and traffic was ridiculous. I mean, seriously, you it's pouring ass rain, and you got 3 lanes of nothing but you know Lamborghinis and high high priced cars, and they're all a lot faster than me, and they're all going zigzag, 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 scaring the shit out of me. So as I said, it's like 81 and dry. Oh, that's right, you're out west. 81. Now, I got the sandals for 81 for sure. I've not had a chance to take my shirt off on this trip. It's been a little too chilly. I do have the window open now. What did I say? Okay, my thermometer says it's 72. I think it's lying. No, it ain't. That's not 72 out there. If it is, our wind chill is 62 because the wind is blowing. The palm trees are doing this. If that's what they are. Or are they palmettos? I don't know. Smartphone is being stupid. I believe it. Yeah, I know Columbus. I've been through Columbus a few times, and you're right. Depending on what neighborhood you're in, that's holy shit. And then there's the total jerks. They cut you off, and then they cutting somebody else off, and they're cutting somebody else off. I mean, they go through 6 lanes of traffic like they think they're on a motorcycle, but they're driving a freaking Dodge Ram. Sometimes they don't make it. So when I was in Perry, I really noticed a lot of trees down. So man, they must have got a pretty good storm through here. You know, I never paid attention to that Hurricane Idalia. That was at the end of August. What was I doing at the end of August? I guess I was beating my feet and my brains out trying to get ready for this trip. You know, August, September, October, November. Finally, I left my house on the 3rd of December. I headed to Belleville, and now I'm down here. So almost 2 weeks. I didn't pay any attention to what was going on in Florida back in August. But Perry and the areas south of there, where Robert has his enclave, if you will, what's it called? Camp? I think he calls it something cute like that. And then Terry, I did hear from Terry today, but too late to go visit. But I'm assuming his campground or his property had to have gotten hit just as hard because he's right next door to Robert. And then there's another channel that's down that way, and I cannot find their name. It's like saltwater fishing something, but I haven't been able to find them. I know I featured them, but I went through a lot of who I featured. I think I must have featured them after I ran out of space to list the featured channels. Go figure. wouldn't doubt that James is a Steelers fan. In fact, I think I know he is. He hasn't had a chance to keep up on sports over the last few days either. Metal detecting lies. Angie is already there. River Styx will be headed that way. I'm just making my way day by day. Fairy Dust, Renee. Tomorrow I plan on being in Alabama. Then probably Monday, Tuesday, Louisiana, and maybe Thursday, Friday, Mississippi, and then on into Texas. And once I get to Texas, then I'm going to start working my way north to Graham, Texas, which is a little bit northwest of Dallas. I'll probably be there for a week in Graham, Texas. I'll bet you. That's if I get there in the first place. And then from there, once everything is settled, and hopefully I'll have a paycheck under my belt, or at least a little bit of money, I'll be heading your way. If I can make Tucson by, I don't know, the last week of January, I'll be doing good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm almost out of Florida. I didn't bring my metal detector. I did bring my big fishing magnet, though. Covington County. Hey, I don't know KT Spirit, but I'm going to write it down. And I'll do you one better than that. I know some people think I'm crazy, but I don't have to answer the phone. Text is best. Tell me who you are in text. But sometimes if I see a strange phone number pop up, I assume it's a bill collector or a salesman, and I don't answer it. So maybe Covington, I should write that down. Covington County, Alabama. My plan is to pretty much stay towards the Gulf, but you never know. Well, I was talking to KT Spirit 1, but now everybody's got it. That's okay. Oh, I don't have to delete it. I'm not worried. Not worried. It doesn't bother me a bit. See, Brene, she follows protocol. I'm not worried about my number being out there. I pass out my business cards all the time, and my number's on there too. So I'm not worried. If somebody blows up my phone, we'll see. It's not like I gave them where I'm parked at Walmart. Tell you what, I've seen some older pickups. Like I've even seen 2004 pickup trucks like this one, Silverados, same color, mint, condition. Oh. Yeah, it's all right, Linda. How will they know who I am without a phone number? I I seriously, I do not worry about it. You know, I'm in the Lord's hands. It'll be fine. I probably should have put my email out there instead, but then my email is on my YouTube account. Boom, you can get it. Nobody ever does that, but speaking of email, I got to email Lily because she is probably somewhere in Texas. Has anybody heard from Lily Gypsy Child lately, or what's she call it now? The Journey Through Lily's Lens, I think. I can't remember, but I do want to try to get a hold of her and see if she's anywhere near where I might be. I know she kind of likes to hang out in the Big Bend area of Texas, wherever that is. But she may be out west. She could be anywhere. Thank you, James. That'll be cool. That would be great. You could, text me with it, whatever. Just don't put it here on the screen because George will go off on you. Oh, identity verification. Who cares? That's why we have, well, James, don't take this wrong, but, that's why funerals became funerals. Why you have a showing. That was started back in the 1800s, maybe 1700s. They would have a showing in the parlor of the home of the deceased. And that was so neighbors could come over to make darn sure he was dead. That's what the showing was for. Yeah, I hate to sound morbid, but that's the truth. That's what it was for. So they can verify me now while I'm living, or they can verify me later when I'm showing. I'm always showing. I'm such a show off. What was that one about the nursing home? Guy in the nursing home kept flashing all the ladies. Finally, the nurse stopped him. What are you doing? Well, my member died. Why do you keep flashing it? He says, well, it's the showing. I know, I should have saved it for Tuesday. I can repeat it on Tuesday. Holly repeats jokes, doesn't she? She hasn't called me yet today. I shouldn't have said that. Patsy hasn't called me yet either. Did I mention? Yeah, that guy down the road said they do use Shift Smart for the Circle K's down this way. So I'm thinking it's going to be the same way in Alabama and Louisiana, because a long time ago I looked up Shift Smarts and they are through this direction. So now I just got to figure out how to change my address again and start getting some listings that maybe I can work a few jobs here and there along the way. Or try to stay put somewhere for a day. That depends on campground prices, and they're high close to the Gulf. At least they were in South Carolina, they were high. Yeah. I'm guessing they're going to be high along here and into Alabama and the closer the state park is to the shoreline, the more you're going to pay. Kyle, I think Holly's doing okay. She was bummed that she couldn't get a hold of her sister because she needed a ride to go somewhere. But she did get a hold of one of those, not Hope Network, but one of those places that takes your insurance to give you a ride back and forth to a doctor appointment. So she got that arranged. She told me that she actually used the shower. I hooked up a handheld shower. So she's got both. She's got the normal shower like everybody has, but now she's also got the handheld that she can use because she sits on a handicap chair in the tub, and it's got all these rails and stuff too that she can hang on to. But she said she made it through her own shower completely by herself, all alone, and she managed not to panic when she took her oxygen off so she could finish washing her face. She made it. So I think she's gaining confidence along those lines that she don't have to have somebody there basically holding her hand so she doesn't panic. She says, I was right on the verge of it, but I managed to tough through it. So that's good. Get more than 32 words. I don't know, Nancy. I think you're limited up to 200 characters in chat. Because I've had that too, because I'll have these long-winded things when I'm in somebody else's chat, so to speak, or on their live stream. I have jokes that go on for 4 pages, and I can't get them in. And by the time I do get them in, the chat subject has moved on. So you come in with a punchline, nobody knows what you're talking about. Papa says, I'd like to take a shower now. I can do it naked on a webcam live stream. All right. That's good that you can take a shower in the nude. That's where I like to be too. $2.85 a gallon gas. $2.63 I saw not too long ago, a few miles back. Of course, naturally, the last I paid for gas, I paid $3.09. And then, 25 miles later on, I see it for $2.63. Like, figure. $2.57. Good one, Michelle. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, Nancy did get wound up. I need to email her and see if she really would like to do a collaboration on customer service. She can turn the air blue. Hanging sausage. Okay, it's like the meat markets, the butcher market, whatever. See, now everybody's trying to out lower gas price everyone. $2.29. Boy, wait till the administration changes back to the other side. Then it'll be $1.29. Why not? And it'll stay that way. Yeah, well, Brene, because the old administration is trying to hang in there. And so if they can manage to get the prices down, then right after the election, if they win, boom, they'll go right back up. But right now, it's trying to be a bragging point. Oh, yeah, I know you're saying that's a conspiracy theory. Well, if it is, why does it happen every time there's a major election? Good customer discount, yeah. That's like saving up the the coupons from your basic light cigarette things. We also didn't we used to save Marlboro coupons too? I can't remember. Michelle's saving up to where she can get her gas for free. You know what would happen if I tried to do that, Michelle? They would say, "Oh, well, that offer ended last month." Read the fine print. Use it or lose it. Yeah, it'll probably stay down until it'll probably go up slightly in the spring. Um, and then it'll probably stay low up until November 2nd. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, the elections. I've talked to people that are extremely worried about the direction that this country seems to be going in. And you know what? We're not going to talk about it on YouTube because there's people that got kicked off of YouTube because they were being a little bit too political minded. So we're just going to leave it alone. You're heading west. Are you out east right now, James? I thought you were in Texas. I'll probably get through Texas before you get there. You know, that's how it's been happening. I leave Myrtle Beach, and a day and a half later, all these jobs pop up for Myrtle Beach, but I'm already 200 miles away. Otherwise, I would have stuck it out in that neighborhood. Maybe even paid $90 a night for a state park pass. Of course, Myrtle Beach State Park is closed. They're cutting trees down like crazy. I don't know what's going on. And then Huntington Beach was open, but again, 90-something dollars per night. Ridiculous. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew you were at a funeral. I didn't realize it was in Pennsylvania. Tell them next time to have it where you're at. You know, stop making you drive all over. Reward points didn't come with no pain. Flu shot in the left arm, COVID shot in the right arm, both arms hurt. Well, you got reward points for getting shots. That's a new one. Must have been at Sam's Club or something, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm joking. Maybe I'm correct. I have heard something about getting points for shots. You know, how about we get cash for clunkers? Because I got one right here. You give me $3,000, please. I'm keeping my camper. Yeah, I put my camper under the viaduct and live in it. 31 hours to Arizona. It's going to take me longer than that. You take the highway, James. I take the back way. Dirt roads. I've been places on this trip where GPS couldn't find me. Diane's confused. I know what you're talking about, Nancy. You do too, Diane. But we can't talk about them here. We can, but then I won't see you for a few weeks. Politics are verboten. Oh, 18 hours to Texas. Okay. We'll figure out where each other is. And then we'll figure out whether I can afford to come see you. $5 added to our rewards card for every shot. Well, there's only so many shots you could take, Michelle. Are you of the age now? I'm not going to discuss your age, but you might be close to where it's time for the shingles. I'm guessing. What is it, 50? I think 50 is when you're supposed to get your shingle shot. I think that's what I got mine. And I think that's when my friend Kathy got hers as well. And then what happened to her? She got shingles. Yeah, it was bad. Giant Eagle here had gas for $1.99 on Black Friday. Filled her tank for under $9. That's cool. So now, see if they can basically give the gas away. What is the profit margin on gas? You know, the gas stations say, well, we don't make any money on gas. Oh my God, we got to sell you a candy bar for $4. Coffee for $2.50. Get real. That could happen, James. Although I'm a hell of a lot slower than you are. I'm like, what is that? I'm about as fast as a herd of turtles. George answers this bullcrap. What? Which is bullcrap, Georgianne? The politics or the gas prices? Or the coffee? Coffee down here is expensive, but that's only when you can find it. Most of the gas stations that you stop at are not owned by first language English. And they apparently do not believe in making coffee. I actually stopped at one gas station. They didn't even have a coffee pot. You sell coffee? No, we don't. No coffee. No coffee. What? No coffee. Yeah, okay. I left. I thought about getting gas there, but I said, no, I'll get gas somewhere that will sell me a cup of coffee too, even if I have to pay $2.50 for it. You go to the gas station, they don't even have coffee. What is up with that? Well, that's a nice Mercedes van. Fiesta with this game. Fiesta. You're not old, Michelle. You may have issues, but you're not old. You're not anywhere near me. I remember when Pikes Peak was just a hole in the ground. Bet you don't. Fiesta, you're talking about the pop? Pop? Soda drink? Whatever anybody calls it. Fiesta. They were like about as cheap as Town Club. Some of the flavors are okay. I kind of like the orange Fiesta. Fiesta. Yeah, I got rid of my coffee pot, James. I do have my pour over one though, which I like. It just takes longer. Got to boil the water first. Whereas the other coffee pot that I threw in the dumpster day before yesterday, it just died. I saved the copper cord from it, cut that off before I threw the rest of it in the dumpster. And that Goodwill place that I was at today, they didn't have anything like that. That was a madhouse. Harvest Rules discounts, I guess. Okay. I hadn't thought about that. Only boosters. Bullshit. Okay. Mental or physical. All right. I'll grant you physical. That's it. You think I'm fucking crazy? Yeah, you know I'm crazy. Welcome to the club. You're older than 69? Well, so am I. But I'm going on 18 now. I was 19, and then Kevin, where RV staying, he wished me happy 18th birthday a couple days ago. So, November 1454. See, I'm December 1353. So, tall thermoses for all night hot coffee. Well, I got the Yeti cup, the $30 freaking Yeti cup that they now want $35 for the same cup. Well, I'll tell you what, it keeps the coffee hot for over 12 hours. I can sip on this at midnight tonight and it'll still be warm. I just got it like an hour and a half ago and it's almost too hot to drink. Yeah, I actually thought James was a lot younger than me. He must dye his hair or something. I stopped dyeing mine white because I just got tired of all that dye. I was just letting it go back to its natural color. Yeah. I think somebody's going to say BS to that too. Yeah, James, you definitely are an inspiration to people. People cry about this and cry about that. For God's sakes, look at James. You see him crying? He's been to more funerals in the last 3 years than any of us combined. He's had more dead gum doctor and hospital visits with his leg and just terrible shit. Hasn't stopped him. Michelle, you wear yours nicely though. I love it when you let it down. Drive me crazy. December lists. Oh, Maddie Van Halen. Oh, okay. I share a birthday with Taylor Swift. She and I are same birthday. Who cares, right? She doesn't know me. Otherwise, we'd have cake together, right? Do you realize we've been here an hour and no one has even ventured, I guess? That's okay, because we can carry this on to next Saturday. By then, maybe I'll have a few more pictures to put up. Because, Troy caught me by surprise today. He immediately guessed the pretty girl. And and then gave me the winnings. Well, now, isn't that something? I'm so truly blessed. You're with Jim Morrison. Wow. Bet that opens a lot of doors for you, doesn't it? Carnivore diet. Carnivore diet? What the hell is a carnivore diet? That sounds like you're eating meat all the time. Carnivore. Not cannibal. Wasn't a cannibal diet, right? All right. I don't mean to make fun, Georgianne. That's sad that you lost your best friend. But carnivore diet, I don't know what that is. It sounds like something where you just eat meat. Damages your heart and your liver. Huh. It's all meat. Okay, Nancy. Okay. I would assume, I'm just going to say, if you do too much of anything, it's harmful. Although I don't know, can sex actually kill you? But it probably can. I'm in no danger. But then too little of something, never mind. A balance. It would seem to me there should be a balance, balance of meat, vegetables, poultry, whatever, dairy. That's what I meant. I mean, we grew up with what? The big three things for our diet: Chrysler, Ford, Chevrolet, and AMC was, wait a minute, that's big four. Well, big three plus a little one. So 3.5. Animal fat, no carbs, no sugars. You've got to have carbohydrates and you got to have some sugar. Your body makes sugar, yes. But some natural sugar is good. Not a lot. And some people maybe less than other people. And the same with carbs. You can't eat potatoes all day long. Okay? I mean, you can. I'm not stopping you, but you shouldn't. And I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. That would not be me. I'm not a control freak. You grew up on the big three. Right. It's the meat, dairy, poultry, I think. Meat, dairy, vegetables. Yeah. And fruits. They kind of lumped vegetables and fruits together. Wow. They had butter to the coffee. That's sickening. Cream? No, I don't put cream in my coffee. That just would ruin a good cup of coffee. Sick of the Jesus diet, all in moderation. Yeah. I think moderation's good. Well, now this is starting to get me worried a little bit. James, don't take on this carnivore diet, okay? I don't care how much you like steak. At least have some meat or have some potatoes and fruit with it. Somebody said, who was it? Jill? I think Jill was saying something about there's a recall on musk melons because of what is it? I can't remember now. One of those E. coli or one of those type of things. So, everybody's can't have melon. Well, you can lose weight, but you got to lose it slowly. I mean, people who want to lose 20 pounds in a hot hurry, well, they might as well chop their heads off. They'll lose it then. Yeah. I honestly, James, I'm with you on that one. I mean, there were some things that the doctors were right about, and there are other things that no. Listeria. Thank you, Troy. That's the one I was trying to remember. Not Listerine, Listeria. Who did that song? Listeria. Troy will answer that one too. I know he will. Although Bernays is quick on them too. Listeria. St. Ice cakes too. James wants his cake and he wants to eat it too. I have brownies. And day before yesterday, Walmart, they had the sliced, where is it? You can only find these at Walmart. It's iced double chocolate. Iced double chocolate, $4.48. Same price down here as it was up in Michigan. It's to die for. I only wish I had ice cream to go with it. I'm not going to go pay a high price for 1 pint of ice cream just because I want to have 1 slice of chocolate to go with it. No, too rich for this trip. Maybe when I get to Tucson, I'll celebrate. We'll see. Well, Diane, you gotta be sure about your kidneys. That's serious stuff. They were worried about my kidneys back when I used to drink. And that's when I was retaining fluids and, before I got the pacemaker and all of that. They were concerned with the counts on my kidney. And it didn't say much about my liver, but they were concerned about my kidneys. But I haven't had any problems for 2 years now. I might drop dead any second, but it's because one of you got my IP address for the pacemaker, and then it's like, shut it off. All right. He gave out his phone number. Turn him off. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up, and I will see you Tuesday night for live. But in the meanwhile, I'm sure we'll have some, it says it's 70 out there. That's lying. Definitely not 70. It's picking up heat from the motor, I'm sure, because the engine's running. I forgot that I had the truck running. Turn her off for a minute. Pancreas, gut issues, yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to have healthy guts. Got to be able to take a good dump every day. All right, that's it. In the meanwhile, I hope you catch me on some of my videos because I'm sure I'll be making some over the next few days. I hope the weather clears up and that I can dip my toes in the Gulf of Mexico. That's still part of the Atlantic Ocean. That's not to say that I haven't gone in the Atlantic Ocean. I have, but that was back in the 70s, way up in the North Atlantic. I went into the Atlantic Ocean at the very eastern tip of Nova Scotia. Swam, and we did log rolling, and it was a blast. So yes, I have been in the Atlantic Ocean, specifically the North Atlantic. Fair winds and smiles. Now, you know what? We maybe can't control the wind, but we can trim the sails. May God bless. Thank you for being aboard. End the stream.